Hi, I'm Laura,
And I'm Mallory.
and we are joining you again from the campus of Meridian to touch base and see how the week's been going. So, Mallory, I wanted to follow up on last week. I did have that conversation with my daughter, and I checked in on her and asked her how she was feeling, and you were right. Some of her answers did surprise me, and there was a few things that I was missing. So it was really productive. So I appreciate the encouragement to do that. But it really did get me thinking, because after that, as a mom, of course, like, I beat myself up for a little while. I was like, oh gosh, how did I miss that? And then I started really thinking, I don't think that this is an issue that is exclusive to moms and kids. I think that there could be a lot of circumstances under which we are missing some signs and symptoms or some issues that might be going on with people that we are the closest to, that we see every day. So I think that for some reason we're not always seeing what's right in front of us the same way that we see it other places. So I kind of wanted to toss that out and get your thoughts on that, because I've been sort of turning that over a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like that makes perfect sense, actually. I just thought of an example in my head. So, like, I don't know if you've ever met up with a friend that you haven't seen in a while, and maybe they lost some weight. Maybe let's say that they lost 20 pounds. It's super obvious. You haven't seen them in so long. You're like, oh my gosh, you look so good.
You lost so much weight.
Your face looks so thin, But I feel like that's different with someone that we live with and maybe see every single day. We might not notice that weight loss on that person at all, because it's gradual.
Sure, they didn't lose 20 pounds in a day, right?
So you may not even notice the changes because you are with them every day, right? And you're not noticing that kind of gradual change. And I feel
it happens over time.
Yeah, I feel like that same sort of situation or example could happen with emotional changes.
That's
or
true.
Behavioral changes. A lot of people are struggling with depression and anxiety right now, especially because of the pandemic and everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
So maybe we're not noticing those behavioral changes in our close friends and family members.
Yeah, no, I think that you're right. I think that we could be labeling things the wrong way too. I think that maybe we're seeing things that are really signs of depression or of a greater issue, and we're seeing it as laziness, or we're seeing it as a lack of motivation.
Because they impact us every day.
Right. Especially if it's people that we live with. I think that, you said something important when you said that we're all kind of going through this, right? So if I have all of this pressure and stress from the pandemic, and my responsibilities look different at home, and the balancing act looks different, and then all of a sudden my spouse is lazy and not helping, and having headaches all the time and sleeping late, and I may not be concerned for him before I am annoyed. Right? I might be super frustrated, and I might be like, you're not helping me, and this isn't okay, and it's impacting my own stuff, so I'm not really seeing it for what it is. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. So it's all these things that are, you may be annoyed with all those things. We have to remember that these are potential signs and symptoms of depression and anxiety. Sleeping too much or too little, not having motivation, or seeming like you're lazy, but really maybe a person can't get out of bed because their whole body hurts. Being confused or having headaches, eating habit changes and things like that. All of those are potential signs and symptoms. So so what do we ask you guys to do, right? Maybe take a step back, pause, view your close friends and family members as maybe how you would view someone you haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, look at what was going on with them behaviorally and emotionally back in February or the beginning of March versus what it looks like now, and see if there's anything that really jumps out at you. Like, if I hadn't seen this person since February and I sat down with them for the first time today and had a cup of coffee, what would jump out at me? That might be a good way to approach it.
Yeah.
And look for some of those classic symptoms like you were talking about, the lack of motivation and the those classic signs of depression and changes in behavior and eating patterns and motivation, and even the language that they're using and sleeping and and all of that. Because just like the weight loss and the weight gain that you mentioned at the beginning, it doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual. So I think there's a chance we could be missing some stuff. So look out for each other, take care of each other while you're taking care of yourself. And if you are noticing some major signs and it's beyond something that you think you can address on your own with some self-care and some basic tools, reach out. There's a lot of help available. Meridian is open. Meridian's by your side. We've got in-person appointments, telehealth. Give us a call, 352-374-5600. And see if you can make an appointment. So,
Awesome. Bye.
thanks so much. Bye.